Just 5 simple steps to creating a retirement plan that will work for you.
Now, Ben Fuch, the founder of Fuch Financial and certified financial planner, is here to lay them out for us. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning.
All
Nice
right,
to see
so there's
you.
5 things, right? 5 steps?
For our process, there are 5 basic steps. And the first thing for us is that we have a discovery step. We need to understand what the goals are. Everybody has something different that they want to do. Some people want to make sure they just never run out of money, right? Pretty basic, pretty straightforward. Other people want to generate as much income as they can and maintain their principal so that it just never runs down. Other people are really concerned about taxes. We need to understand what your goals are, what we're trying to accomplish, and then we can start to strategize and create a plan.
All right, so you're talking about step 1 is discover. This is sort of similar. You're building that blueprint, kind of like what you would do if you needed an emergency exit, right? Like you need to have a plan in place for you and your family to be ready to go and just in case of anything. So what's step 2?
Step 2 is to strategize. I mean, so then we have to start coming up with different ways to accomplish what your goals are. We need to get a certain amount of money every month, right? You're no longer working. Congratulations, you've retired. How are we going to get that income in? Where is it going to come from? How do we do that tax efficiently? Where does this money go when you're not here anymore, right? Does it go to the beneficiaries? Does it go to charities? Where do you want that to go? And so we need to do that. And that's really, that would be step 2.
Okay. And then you have to create a plan, right? And this is individualized.
Totally individualized. So everyone's different, right? I have clients that are really, really conservative that don't want to take any risk at all. They're going to do something different from the person that says, hey, throw it all in the market. I don't care. I'm cool with the risk. So discover, strategize, create the plan, and then after assuming that you like all the things that we talked about, which is a big if, right? Then we have to implement. Then we have to create. And I liken it more to, you know, building a house, talking to a contractor. What is the blueprint? Do I like what you're saying? Do I agree with your design strategies? Is that something that I want? Okay, great. If not, let me move on. Let me find somebody else.
Do I want the marble entrance? Or do I
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Do we need to have the LED lights under the counter? Right. All the things that are important.
All of the fancy stuff. So you just mentioned this though, because a lot of people are you get split. You're either really okay with taking those risks or really not okay with taking those risks. Do you kind of help guide people to decide what's best for them financially?
Absolutely. And sometimes I wouldn't say I strong arm, but I would say I will strongly recommend when people are really, really conservative that they take some degree of risk.
Find a middle road.
Yeah. And when people are really, really aggressive, listen, you can continue to do that. We just need to make sure that if the market crashes, and we have concerns because the market's really, really high right now, that if and or when it crashes, you have a safe place to pull money from. We need to make sure that you have that safety net. Those are the basic things that we need to set up. And once you've created that whole plan, then we need to monitor it. People's scenarios change. Parents get sick. They move into the house. Kids come back to the house. We've seen all kinds of different things that happen. Sometimes people can't work as long as they expect to. So we need to make sure that we're monitoring that, we're adjusting, we're creating plans, but we're also doing the things that help you.
Okay. What age do you see most people doing this?
We work with people that are mostly approaching retirement. So typically when people are about 5 years away from retirement, that's really when we step in.
So that's not too late to start?
No. I wouldn't say not to start. No. I said when we see
when you start saying
you start as soon as possible. And so and there are a lot of numbers that'll show like, all right, somebody that starts saving in their 20s might have twice as much money as somebody that starts saving in their 30s. Which is, you know, not great for me. Right, because I'm in my 40s.
Right.
But we have that compound interest. We see the buildup of that. And so we start as soon as possible. There are a lot of times when we have conversations with the children of our clients. And we go through to create those plans, to make sure that they're comfortable, but to make sure that they're on the right track. All we can do.
All right, so step 4 is you want to implement that plan that you've just created. And what's step 5?
Step 5 is to monitor. Step 5 is to continually monitor that plan to make sure that everything is continually going and that as things change, so does your plan.
And adjust it. Now, do you ever want to take money out?
Absolutely. Listen, sometimes I have to talk clients into taking money out. There are a lot of times when I tell people, if you don't spend that money, I promise you your kids will.
Right.
You see that
you or them.
Absolutely. But we need to show them how they can be comfortable taking that money out. Some people look at this 401k retirement plan as this thing that like they don't touch, it's a lockbox. No. You're supposed to take from that. And if you don't, you're going to be forced to later anyway and probably pay more taxes. So we need to explain that.
All right, well, Ben, you got an event today, right? Tell everybody where they can come see you.
Come see us. We have a webinar today about Social Security. You can go to taxesandincome.com, sign up for that webinar. If you want to understand how we decide when people should or shouldn't take Social Security, please take a look at that at 12 o'clock and again at 6 o'clock.
All right, and then again, all of your information up here on the screen. If people are looking to build their retirement plan with you, make that blueprint, 4 offices across the state. Again, that webinar, free webinar, number is today, 860-461-1709 and taxesandincome.com. Ben Fuchs, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ben. All right.